allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Director Barnes. All right. Looks like we have nobody for citizens communications, so we'll mark that complete. And looks like Brian is here.
Yes, sir.
So let's go ahead and get our landscaping and parks report.
All right, so we have the irrigation set to summer settings. We're running through everything 3 times, 2 days a week to stay in compliance. But shortened the run times and added a 3rd run time to let all that water soak in. That's typically what we do every summer. So that's complete. The guys were at Oak Grove Greenbelt today, finishing that up, and started Olson Meadows. As far as chemicals in the turf, you know, like I said last month, we're kind of just waiting until fall to do our fall pre-emergence. That's the next time we're treating the grass. Hopefully we get some more rain in the summer. Everything's green right now. It's still looking good from all the rain we got last month. I was looking at my phone. I don't see any rain for the next 10 days, and it's pretty hot out there. So we do have the summer settings set for the irrigation. We fertilized the gardens up at the community center. I'll be finishing that. Fertilizing all the parks, all the gardens, all the flower beds. Right now is the time of year we're pruning lantanas and salvias and just some of the summer perennials. We'll be working on that for the next month. There's so many gardens out there, it takes several weeks for the guys to do that, but we started doing that, and then after that we'll do some pruning in the fall, but yeah, we're not doing an aggressive pruning right now because it's just so hot. We're kind of just trimming the tops and separating the plants and not getting too aggressive that can damage some plants. So trimming the roses, but not doing a heavy pruning. Roses, we've got a lot of roses, especially up here, but they're more of a spring and early summer bloomer. We'll prune them and fertilize them. We'll get some blooms, but they really show off in the spring. But that's just kind of what we're doing, just bed work and making sure the irrigation's working. And the only good thing about no rain is the grass and the green belts will slow down a little bit. That's been a real chore this year with all the rain, but getting caught up on that, and that's pretty much it. Almost a carbon copy of last month's report, but
I haven't been down to see what the grass looks like at Fern Bluff.
I came up 2 pallets short.
Did you? I'm super excited, but I will give you a couple of compliments that I've gotten. The berm at the front of Fern Bluff that the way the rocks are placed, it looks like an arrow. I don't know if you did that or if Neff did that.
That was Neff.
But it's amazing. And the kids and the parents really notice it. So good job. Good job.
You. I've noticed that in the process of completing that portion of the work, and we got some runoff into the playscape mulch. There's actually some mud in there, so tomorrow we're going to be digging that out and replacing that.
Okay.
Obviously, that's something I'll pay for, but
Perfect.
a couple little touch-ups to do, but
yeah.
we're getting there.
Looks good.
Yeah, I really like those, the little boulders. Saw a kid with his dog and just thought that was the coolest thing. And
They do it all the time at Olson
Yeah.
Meadows and at Friendly.
Friendly,
So
yeah.
excellent job. Especially the way the rocks are. There's some that looks like it looks like the point of an arrow. So it looks like an arrow is going up that berm. It's very cool looking. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's gonna look good.
Yep.
Breaking up the brown and look at that dark mulch. Perfect.
Yeah, again, I came up a couple pounds shy, but I'm gonna order that tomorrow and we'll install it on Thursday and we'll be, all the grass around the playscape will have been repaired. Irrigation got, installed today, the nozzles.
Yeah.
We already plumbed it all up, but I don't put the nozzles in until it's time to do the grass just because they can get clogged up, so.
And they're being really careful not getting any irrigation over on our drying tennis courts, yeah?
Correct.
Okay,
It's all drip around there.
okay, good. That's what I thought.
On
Yeah.
the, I guess that would be the south side of the tennis courts, there's some grass, but, nothing's overspraying, I haven't seen any wet spots. In the morning, we're typically water at night and early morning, so I haven't seen any.
Thank you.
We're good. Anyone else?
Anyone have any questions for Mr.
Any
Schmidt?
more compliments?
Wow.
Well, I was gonna come in here and ask, because I've been walking my dog through Cheatham, I think, and the grass right in the middle of Cheatham has kind of started to grow, and I mean, she's liked to play jungle dog, but I was gonna come in here and I was gonna be like, when are y'all gonna mow that? What is the schedule? Take her
On the green belt or the park?
out of the park. Am I thinking of, what park is on Montana Falls?
That's Friendly Oaks,
Friendly Oaks.
Oh, in the
the
back there.
center,
Yeah.
in the
It's
center
getting
right
out
there.
tomorrow.
Well, actually,
There's a bunch of summer wildflowers that the
Yeah.
seeds have just now started
So-
to drop there. That's why we haven't mowed it, but it's time.
well, I mean, I was gonna say that the area that's right in the middle of the trail that goes
Mhm.
around it, walked her this morning, I guess, and it was all mowed down, and
Okay, then
so,
they got to it
They got
yesterday.
today.
Yeah,
so,
they did
Um,
green belts today. That was yesterday. They fit it in. I had noticed it last week. There's also an area in the back of Veterans that gets wildflowers too. And, if they didn't mow it, I just drove through there. I think that would get mowed tomorrow. Yeah, those are the last kind of two. little pockets.
and as far as the like growth and everything on like the Fern Bluff, Whitewater Trail, I guess, no, it's not Whitewater Trail, the Fern Bluff Trail. I noticed the other day that it was kind of starting to grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna complain because I know that it's
Yeah.
hard to get the mowers back there, so
Yeah.
just gonna ask like, what kind of
So,
schedule is that
yeah,
on?
it's Oak Brook, Olson, and then we do that area.
Okay,
So it'll be 2 weeks.
that's fine.
Yeah. Again, with all this summer rain, I mean, the native grasses are just going crazy.
Taking
So,
off.
as much as I don't want a summer drought, if there was ever a good thing, it's the green belts slow down a little bit, we can get caught up.
Catch up.
6 weeks of no rain or very little rain would be good right now.
Yeah. I think Lake Travis went up 15 feet, so
20.
that's good.
20.
Yeah, I think it's almost what,
It's 681, it's full.
70% full?
I think I saw it's just under 22% more to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so 70,
So
about
that's 78.
78.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's
As slow as the
trees
lakes
growing
have
in the middle
been
of
for the last
lake.
7 years, yeah.
Like actual grasses and trees growing where there should be water for 2 years.
But it's also terrible what it
I know.
took to get there.
My grandpa used to say that all droughts end in floods. You know, that's what it's out of drought. And unfortunately, people lose everything. But yeah, sad. And then a few days after all that stuff happened down in Hunt, the Lampasas River flood. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I don't think anybody lost their lives, but tore a bunch of stuff up. I
It
mean,
did.
ripped down bridges.
It did.
Kind of crazy. But that's what I have.
Thank you very much. I
Alright.
think we look great.
Thank you, Brian. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
Thank
Brian.
you.
Thanks, Brian.
See you guys.
Hydrate.
Yeah, keep cool and wet.
I'm like sweaty. I just overheated today.
Okay,
Mm,
I'm
water.
gonna go take a cold shower.
Janie said
Yeah.
she's gonna splash of water on people today. She'll splash
Yeah.
of water.
Yeah, I'm real good at it. Dude. I was trying to get this young.
What?
He He said, I'm really good at spilling water. He is correct.
All right. Consent agenda. Is there anything that needs to be removed from the consent agenda?
I have nothing.
All right. With nothing to be removed from the consent agenda, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Director Barnes, second by Director Horton. All in favor? Motion carries 4-0. Ms. General Manager, do you want to do the budget and tax rate first or the general manager report?
Let's do, how about we just roll them together?
Let's roll them. All right. 2 for 1. Let's do it.
Okay, so obviously, page 23. In your packet, you have the assessment roll that was just certified from Williamson County. District values are 1 trillion.
Billion.
What did I say?
Trillion.
Sorry, it's the news. I'm just telling you.
Values
One-
are going up in the area.
Well, just look at page 23. Yes, not a trillion. Oh, thanks, Hector. Good save. So obviously, our values have gone up. What you have is a proposed budget. You'll see on page 25 is our calculator. We have accounted for our base increases that we'll get from our water sewer providers, our garbage, all of those increases that we get every year. That's all been accounted for in this calculator on page 25 and in the budget. We needed to have a draft budget. We can make changes between now and our August meeting in the budget. But we do need tonight to approve a proposed tax rate. The recommendation is 18 cents per $100 value, which is a reduction of 1 cent from last year's tax rate to 18 cents. And what else about the budget? One thing we will need to start budgeting for, and we've made allowances in here, I think it's on page 20. It's 28. As you know, our district is a 1/3 owner in our elevated water tower. City of Round Rock is the 2/3 owner, and we are the 1/3. That water tower is going to need rehabilitation, painting, cleaning, etc. And that cost is going to be quite high, over $2 million. And we will be responsible for 1/3 of that. So our goal is to begin budgeting a little bit each year, putting it in our savings account, so that hopefully in 2027, we will have already set aside a large piece of our responsibility for the water tower. It's kind of the same way we did with the parks, just budgeting a little bit every year until we accumulate enough to pay for it. So that's been accounted for in this budget. Anything else, Hector?
No, well, just touching on the water tower, the reason it's so high is because our tower is all steel. I mean, down to the ground. So having to strip down steel on a normal tank, which is usually concrete for the pedestal, that just painting the bowl is not as much as stripping down the whole thing inside and out. So that's what's contributing to the $2.1 million price tag on that. So
Do I remember that we got some kind of concession from Round Rock the last time we did that? Or was it because we put in the office?
No, we did it, how many years? We tried to find the last time that it was painted.
It's been a long
It
time.
has
It's
been
a
a
long
very
time,
long
but I
time.
do remember-
Precedes me being on the board, the whole thing.
Oh.
It is. And, you know, that's a testament to what a good job they do when they do rehab these tanks.
2003, I think.
I think,
2, 3, somewhere around there
Yeah.
was the last time it was touched.
Is it City of Round Rock employees or will they hire it?
no.
They'll hire it out.
And Round Rock has a lot of water towers, so they're just systematically scheduling. And they've been very good. We asked them to push it out to 27 for budgetary reasons for our district. And they've been really good. They're working with us. It's not in terrible shape. I don't want anybody to think that. It's just time to do the maintenance that's needed.
So when we actually start that maintenance, when we do that maintenance, is it going to affect usage for the residents or?
No, usage wise, we should be fine. We have 2 master meter
Okay.
stations coming in. Yeah, the majority of the purpose of the tank is, one, first and foremost, fire protection, and 2 is just to have that reserve,
Okay.
have it at constant
Okay.
pressure. So yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. And they're doing it at winter time too, so they're not doing it peak usage times or whatever. So
Yeah.
we should be good. But, and just as a side note, that tank is inspected every single year. So no, I'm not worried about the condition or whatever. It's just, the paint's starting to look a little in need of some TLC. But
Powdery. I always think it's a
Yeah.
powdery when it starts to break down.
It's outstanding that we're budgeting that life cycle maintenance cost in advance. So thanks for taking care of that.
Thank you.
I am curious though, are we responsible for the top, middle, or bottom third?
yes, and yes.
1/3 of
The
each
right
section.
third.
That's right. This will be our piece right here.
Or just 120 degrees?
There you
on
go.
one side of it?
So if the board would like, do you have any questions about the budget or the tax rate?
I don't have any questions.
I think I made the same argument last year. What is the downside of reducing another penny for another consecutive year? Are we exposing ourselves later down the road, or are there surprise expenditures might catch us off guard? Maybe we need the extra penny, maybe we don't change this, but we're gonna keep it 19 cents per 100 evaluation.
We are limited in the increase in our revenue year over year by the state legislature. So we can only increase tax revenue 3.5% over previous year. And the 18 cents gets us just a little bit below
Well, because
that mandatory.
now I understand, because projected valuation of the property
right.
is the net of that too. If we don't reduce the tax rate to 18%, then we're going to be exceeding that for the revenue
That's
stream,
correct,
causing a problem. So we're pretty much obligated to that.
to
reduction,
lower it.
at least to 18 cents.
That is correct.
Thank you.
And it, in my estimation, it's good public policy. You only tax as much as you need. Yes, you are always forward thinking, must be, when you know you've got big projects coming up, i.e. with the
Water
water tower and that type of thing. That's why we put line items in the budget to put that money aside. So at the end of the year, we're gonna be under budget like we are every single year. That amount of money that's under budget goes into our reserve fund. And so it's like our savings account.
Thank you for explaining that.
You're very welcome.
I'm sure I'm the only one who needed it.
Yeah.
Now, and also, I just want to double check to make sure this is not a typo. So the 2025, the operating reserve level, 2025, it says 6.2 months. Am I reading it right that with the current budget proposal, we're going to actually increase our reserve back up to 8.2?
Where are you seeing that?
The operating
By
reserve.
the way, did y'all find the handout that's on your desk? we found a little error in the sewer revenue calculation. So we fixed that. Don't use the one that's in your packet. Use the one that's there in front of you. Okay, what are you talking about?
So the 2025 seems to be the anomaly on that. We've been averaging around 8 months reserve. It could, if there's a typo, it's probably on the 2025 year instead of the 2026.
Well, but I also know the
Here it is. Here's what
fiscal
you're talking about.
2025.
Mhm.
I know we used a lot of the reserve money to pay
Parks.
for the parks.
You are correct.
So my question is, with the budget, we're going to be able to add reserve money back into that reserve account,
That's right.
correct?
Well, but we won't know how much until the end of the year.
Till the end of the year.
That's right.
But proposed, we're looking at the end of fiscal 26, possibly having 8.2,
No,
8.5.
I don't, we will not, you're talking about 8.2 months worth?
Yes.
No, that number is gonna be based on the line above it, operating fund end of the year. So that 8.2 shouldn't even be there. There's
Oh.
no way for us to know that. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Just a swag.
Well, that's, yeah.
So we,
So it was a typo.
that was just a carryover, obviously, from this year. So right now, the end of this fiscal year, we should be at 6.2 at the end of, our
Fiscal 25.
2025, that's correct. We can't know at the end of next year and have an educated guess, but that's not a good way to fill in those blanks, if you will. But if you look at the line above it, operating fund estimated, there's our estimated amount of our operating fund. But as you know, based on the P&L that's in our packet, we're under budget every single month. Except when we have an anomaly, but yeah. So good catch right there. We'll fix that. That's just on the calculator. That's not our actual proposed budget. That's just an internal calculation page. Where that came from.
Do you need us to approve the budget tonight?
So, Mr. President, tonight, you don't need to vote on the budget. Like Jenny said, y'all can still bring it back for revisions next month. But what I do need the board to do is to adopt a proposed tax rate. Ms. Miller presented 18 cents, is that right?
18 cents per hundred,
Okay.
yes.
So we need a motion to approve that as your proposed tax rate, to call a public hearing for August 26th during your next regular board meeting, and to publish notice of your tax rate hearing during that board meeting.
I would like to propose that we adopt the 18 cent per $100 valuation for our 2026 tax basis, and post a public hearing for next month's meeting as required. And what was the third thing again? And do the other thing?
Yeah, to call the hearing and then publish notice thereof.
Oh, Richard, just say all of the above.
And all of the above.
Well, I second that motion
Motion
for
by,
all of the above.
motion by Director Horton, second by Director Barnes. Any further discussion? Just another fine example of us keeping track of the pennies here. So to use our taxpayers' money wisely.
There will be some increases in the monthly bills. That it's just how it is. We are how would you say that?
Even
We're a
water's not
government, but
free.
we're also a service industry, and it costs more and more to provide water, to provide sewer service, etc. We try to only pass through what the district receives in an increase, unless there is also an increase like with our stormwater fee. That's just an internal calculation where we know We have a very good idea of what we're spending on stormwater compliance. So, but that is a district cost that we have to pay to the state. So there is an increase there too. But thank y'all. And like I said, we have until, the next meeting. We can make changes as any board member wishes. We just have a really deep dive in it and let me know if y'all
Very
have
good.
anything.
Any further discussion before we vote? No? All right, let's vote on Director Horton's motion. All in favor? Ayes have it, 4-0.
Perfect, thank y'all. Okay, I'll finish my report. As Brian said, we've been diligently working, trying to get Fern Bluff Park, the park playground area finished. The tennis courts are still in the drying phase, as we knew it would be at least a 30-day drying phase. The black fencing is up. It looks absolutely great. So the next piece, once we're dry, ready to go, then they'll do the acrylic coating on the tennis courts. Depending on how the timing of this works out, they may actually start on the pickleball prior to doing the tennis courts, but we don't know. We'll know better as the process moves along. So Fern Bluff is being worked on. Hopefully we'll be, how would I say, 75% finished, except for our tennis courts and the basketball court. Let's see.
On the basketball court, real quick. So, is that going to be a total resurface, or are they just repainting and putting the new stuff in?
Only the pickleball will be surfaced.
I was just gonna say, the basketball court will remain the same and will be striped. That concrete is in very good shape, okay? The pickleball court will get an acrylic surface just like the tennis courts. Once the fencing and all is in, because we have to keep people off that for a period of time. The last part that we have to finish is that little exercise area on Mountain Mist. Orlix has, again, done amazing things and kind of pushed us up to the front of the scheduling. It's already been demoed. If the work didn't start today, installation's gonna start any day now.
This week.
So we may be done by the end of the month or the first week of August, which is super. What else do we have here? That's all I have.
All right. Very good.
Doris did great.
Oh, darn, I spilled that water again.
Oh, ouch.
I
I felt that
know.
all the way over here.
Mr. Operator, was there anything you had to add on the operations side?
Yep. For the sake of Kevin, I just want to kind of give a recap. These last couple of months have been irons in the fire, aplenty. We've got material in for our pump station, so we can get that jockey pump going. That's one little project we got going. We have this big over. I think I've spoken to the board about it. This big project, I call it, Project Deep Cycle, to where we're getting some control valves at each of the metering stations. And for wintertime, the whole project is to close the valves coming in and work off of our water tower. And when it comes down to a low level that we want to start refill, we'll open up one valve, fill it up, close it, and just it's basically to cycle that tank to keep fresh water in there. Wintertime, usually what happens, that tank will fill up and it'll stay closed, so residuals just drop off. So we're working on trying to get that automated so we don't have to worry about water degradation or anything like that, or Lord, heaven forbid, having to dump a water tower because there's no chlorine residual in it.
A lot of flushing.
Yeah, a lot of flushing. UCMR is unregulated contaminant regulations. That line of testing was done for this quarter. Consumer confidence report has gone out, so that's a done deal. Lead and copper. Thank you so much to all our residents who participated, because without them, we'd be pulling our hair out. So that's done. We've got our letters. The results of lead copper monitoring were really, really good. So don't let no copper in our water. Talked about the metering stations. These last couple months, maybe the next couple of months, our water loss numbers are going to be a little crazy, somewhat
A lot crazy.
yeah. But I mean that includes the chlorine conversion and then the chloramine conversion. So that whole month, a lot of flushing, before, during, and after. So the good thing, we were just talking about it this morning. We didn't receive any phone calls. I got two, not so much phone calls, but Jane noticed a difference in the water, and George, appreciate your feedback. It's like noticed a little bit of difference in the water, but other than that, I mean, I don't think it could have gone any better. I mean, I've done a lot of chlorine conversions in my life, and I've answered a lot of phone calls and all that crazy stuff. So really pleased with the way that worked out, and Round Rock was a good partner in this whole thing. So it worked out really well. I mean, we're happy to know that we've got a good operating team at the water plant at Round Rock. So kudos to those guys. But other than that, that's all I have. It's been busy. but unless you have any questions, that's all I have.
All right, see no questions, so
Sweet.
all good.
Say again.
We got a good crew here at the moment.
We have an excellent crew. So yeah, kudos to them. So Jeremiah, if you're listening, good job, buddy.
Present company included.
Richard too, thank you. That boy's been doing so much
Yeah,
flushing.
we've got we're lucky.
Yeah.
We are lucky.
Is he?
All right. Moving on, roads committee. Do we have anything new to report, roads committee wise?
Coolest thing happened. They would like closed down Wyoming Springs, both sides of it today, bringing all the huge pieces of the bridge on these big 18-wheelers, all the cop cars closing the lanes. It was the coolest thing ever. They were just lined up. They were lined up, I think, past 620. So it was just truck after truck after truck. I didn't know it was happening. I heard it and I went running out there. It was very cool. I'm gonna keep an eye on and see if I do too. I want to see them lifting those things up and doing the installation.
Well, we'll
It
just
was
have to take a little ride down there.
Yeah, we can just camp out down there.
Need to pass. Need to pass.
You need a pass. It was very cool. So
Pass and
that
all that.
project is moving along. They are obviously beginning construction of the actual bridge.
That's kind of mind blowing.
I know, it's very cool.
After
I actually was wishing my grandson had been around because he would have just had a heart attack over all the trucks. I mean, seriously.
You want your grandson to have a heart attack.
Excuse me, board. Okay, he would have
Here
been
comes the
so
water.
excited.
who?
Miller, my
Miller.
grandson would, that's all he talks about is trucks. But it was very cool. So Creek Bend is moving along.
Strike two.
Mhm.
So we're getting a prefab bridge. Is that what I heard you say?
Mhm. It was huge trucks with trailers pulling those concrete pieces.
Just the beams.
Oh, the
that
beams.
support the
Oh,
bridge.
yeah,
Precast steel reinforced concrete beams.
thank you. And it was beam after beam. That's a wide expanse going over that creek there. Yeah, I didn't realize it was really that wide until I was taking a drive down. And I was like, dang, that is a big bridge. That's one of the reasons that project probably is costing so much.
Can I mention one more thing?
No.
Go for it.
Round Rock ISD, the situation with their fire hydrants. We met with the folks at the school. Basically, with the fire department was having the issue where not so much operating the hydrants, when they hook up their hoses to the big nozzle, the 5.5-inch nozzle, get their water flowing through there, got everything done. In the process of removing the hose, the whole nozzle came out with it. So that was the big worry. So we went out, met with their staff, and basically it's like a little 3/4 inch screw that you put in sideways to basically create a wedge so it doesn't back out or anything. So we called ACT, called the vendor and said, hey, have this, here's the guy's going to pick it up. So taught them how to do it, told them where to get the parts, and basically if you need any more help with it or whatever, we're right across the street. So in my eyes, it's a done deal. It's not a threat to the building or anything. If they need a hookup, they have water. So it'll be the takedown that if they don't fix it, then they'll just have the same issue.
Excellent.
Mission accomplished on our end.
So you train the fire department how to unhook a hose?
Well, when the whole thing comes out, it was a mechanical issue. So
Thank you
Yeah.
I'm really proud of our guys. They worked hard with the school and with the fire department to get that resolved.
Mhm.
It needed to be resolved, yeah.
Yeah, I know we kind of pushed a little bit. So
it kind of felt like pulling
doing
teeth, but yeah. But I just, my whole objective was protect the district, because that water does come from Fern Bluff mud. And just any outlet is like, well, okay, although we're not directly responsible for it, it's, how attorneys are, they just go for everybody. I love you, man.
They're the worst.
But anyway, no, that just, from a liability standpoint, we just wanted to make sure that everything was, done on our end, and we don't have to worry about it. So
That's awesome. I appreciate y'all doing that. That's great.
My pleasure.
That's good work. Excellent. All right. Director Barnes, do we have anything additional on the budget committee besides our proposed tax rate and the tax hearing that's set for next meeting, August 26th?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much covered it all.
Awesome. District Community Center Committee, do we have anything? Any news?
I'm gonna be meeting with some door vendors. But other than that, we're doing just fine down here. Thank you very much.
I've got a couple of questions about the community center and this is just for my own understanding. So are the rates for the community center posted on our website?
Nope.
Okay. So someone has to ask for them.
Yes.
Okay. And as far as like the resident and the non-resident rate, if I, as a resident, wanted to have a birthday party or something like that for a friend of mine that's not a resident, would I get the resident rate? Or because, and I would be there, I would be the one hosting, or would I get charged the non-resident rate?
It's hard for me to give you a black and white, cut and dried answer. But I'm gonna give you 20 years of experience with this building. We have resident and non-resident rates for a reason. Our taxpayers should get the benefit of the lower rates. If a resident is literally having a birthday party, paying for it, it's them, they get the resident rate. Of course they do. If you're telling us that you're hosting a party for your friend and you're paying for it, many times that's just a way for that non-resident to get the resident rate. Cindy is very, very good at being able to sniff that stuff out.
Delineate the difference.
Huh?
To delineate the difference.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are not trying to restrict our residents using the community center at all. We want them to use it. We want them to rent it, We don't even, we're happy to have non-residents rent it also. But non-residents should pay a higher rate. We pay a higher rate in Fern Bluff if we're gonna go use the City of Round Rock's facility because we don't pay their taxes. So it gets to a gray area, and I'll give you a perfect example. If someone is a resident and they're going to host a baby shower, that really is something that a friend does for a friend and host a baby shower. That's pretty black and white. Yeah, they're gonna get the resident rate. But you'd probably be shocked at the number of people that call in and say, yeah, I'm doing this big birthday party for my friend and we're inviting 150 people and I'm paying for it. No, they're not. No, they're not. So that's a toughie, Kevin. So we just have empowered Cindy to try follow the rules as closely as possible. Don't become a rental Nazi, but our center is popular for those kinds of events. And I would say probably on a weekly basis, and I could ask Cindy this, we probably get 5 or 6 calls in 1 week from people saying I live in Fern Bluff, et cetera, et cetera. And no, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, I get it. People want to pay the lowest rate that they can get. I mean, I get it. But we do rent to non-residents. And
Well,
they just
I
need to
know
pay
we
that.
rent to non-residents, but I have, I mean, just to put it bluntly, I've had friends of mine that I've known for 20 years. Our kids went to school together. They said that they had trouble renting the community center when they had tried to reach out, they had tried to, and they were going to be the ones to pay for it. And they said that they had trouble renting the whole non-resident resident situation.
Well, that's why we came up with the rules. This back in 2007, and that's why we came up with kind of the description: 1 up, 1 down, and 1 to the side.
So are the rules posted online?
No, but we asked for them, and I will be very honest. We're obviously being recorded. The reason that we don't post the rates on the website, 2 reasons. The prices are different, whether you're having a Friday night event or a Saturday or a Sunday. It depends on how many rooms that you have,
Right.
etc.
And,
So it's hard to have flat rates like that out there.
What
It
about the
also-
rules?
We provide those. Anybody that wants them, we'll provide those. The 1 up, 1 down, 1 to the side. We have a sheet that's resident, non-resident. It explains what the resident, non-resident rate. Why the 1 up is parents, children, or siblings. I.e., you can have a party and your sibling can get the resident rate. Your cousin cannot. If that explains it better. It's that 1 up, 1 down, 1 to the side. And we mimicked when we went back and we spent months working on this way back when, trying to do what a lot of country clubs, other rental facilities, what they do, because you do have to have limitation.
I can say from experience being here, oftentimes when someone's come in or called, some people try to find a workaround. I think if we were to have the rates on the page every single time, they're going to want a resident
No, I
rate.
mean, I'm fine with the rates not being, because I know there's so many variables as far as that goes. I mean,
Same with the rules, though. It's like, oh, what she said, the cousin. Oh no, I'm his brother. So Cindy's always really good about giving the rules.
It's a hard, I'll be honest with you. It's a hard line to walk because this is the residents' building. We want them to use it, but everybody just has to follow the same rules, because if we make an exception, this is my cousin, we grew up as brothers, they actually lived with us, that exception gets out in the neighborhood. And then there's always the exception. So we try really hard. the part that annoys, I can just say me, and Boy City could probably talk to you about this for an hour, is yeah, I'm a resident, I want to rent it, and they're renting it for some company or something. That we can't do that. That company doesn't pay our taxes. We'll be happy to rent it to you, but you've got to pay the non-resident rate, you know? And it's really unsettling. It's going to be the best word I'm going to use right there. When all of a sudden, the day of the event, we realize that someone just lied through their teeth to us. And it's happened with weddings, and we find the literature, and you're like, oh. And so that's why we have if you misrepresent the use, you forfeit your deposit. Because it's just not fair to the taxpayers. If a resident is having a hard time, please have them call me. Okay, I get those kind of calls all the time, and I don't mind having the conversation with people at all. And usually when you tell them why we're doing what we're doing, usually they may not like it, but they accept it. And that's all we can really ask.
The alternative is just have one rate for everybody that's going to be a higher rate than what residents can get. So
That's exactly right. And
which would make your life easier, I would think.
it would probably make our life
It's not a
easier.
benefit for our residents.
No. And we limit how many non-resident bookings we'll take in a month. I mean, if we were to do that, what you just said, this building would
Anyone could
probably
crowd out our residents also.
would be rented out every single weekend to non-residents. We're getting calls from Leander, from Kyle. I mean, there's not that many rental facilities like ours. And then our residents just, they wouldn't have an opportunity to use their own building. So have
Which
them
was
call me,
what it was
Kevin.
like when I first moved here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Huh?
Yeah, it was mud office and wedding facility.
Yeah,
It was a wedding facility. That is exactly
Yeah,
what
they
it
ran it
was.
like that. They had I remember they had all the linens and.
Oh my God.
Yep, yep.
And $2,500 for a resident to rent this building. Well, why? The residents' tax money built it. I mean, paid for it, cash. So we tried a memorial service, okay? We tried very hard to be gracious and kind and all of those things, but to follow the rules. There are exceptions. I can't say that they're not, you know. When I say exceptions, it's like, okay, you're supposed to book so far in advance or whatever. Well, if there's a memorial service or something like that, we're going to always do our best to accommodate where we can. I will say right here, I don't know if Cindy is listening, but I'm going to say right here I would not do her job. I get feedback about Cindy, not terribly often, but it's usually those people that are breaking the rules and they want to throw a fit and, you know, cussing, screaming, and hollering, and they get me on the phone. She's already been through it with them. So it is a really tough job. And I'd be the first one to stand here and say, she does a really good job. She has to be kind of hard sometimes, but that's what she does to protect this district. So Cindy, if you're listening, good job. I wouldn't do it. I don't know. Be careful.
Kevin, any other questions?
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
is it?
How may we help you?
Oh, dang, she's coming after me.
I'm listening.
Are you listening? Yeah,
She was
Kevin,
listening.
I recently had someone call me that I'm their client, and they were really aggravated. And I'm like, well, you don't live in the neighborhood. well, I live close to there, but you don't pay taxes here. And then they wanted a deal, but I'm like, it's really for the residents and.
See, and that's, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with residents having priority, residents having a lower rate. Even looking, it's a significantly lower rate,
Yes.
but it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I had not one, but more than one friend reach out and say, look, I'm having trouble. I live here. I pay the taxes. I do this, and I'm trying to rent the facility. And
Have them call
So-
me. Seriously, have them call me. Okay? I'd be happy to talk with them, figure out what's going on. I will never say that we don't sometimes make mistakes. I'm not going to say that. But I'm going to say, have them call me. Let me see what's going on.
All right.
That's all I got.
thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's move on. Director Horton, Deed Restriction Committee.
Pretty quiet. Had one resident a few weeks ago requesting a fence roller on top of the fence. And Hilton's kind of, I kind of got the feel from the delay on it. They were really sure what to do. George already commented that it'd probably be fine. I agreed the same, but that's the only thing that's come out. Nothing really big or blow-ups coming up with these restrictions. So just typical odd request, just the one. So nothing unusual.
I have seen a couple more car covers show up. Like there's one corner of Glen Canyon, Klamath Falls, a couple others. I am assuming that they've been given the same notices that.
Yes. We, of course, we have had some very crazy weather. So that we would never deny or tell a resident, don't cover your car when it looks like we're gonna have massive thunderstorms. Not that. But yes, they're getting letters. I know the ones you're talking about.
They're on the list.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Director Barnes, Security Committee, do you have anything?
This last month, we had 8 deputies patrol for a total of 117 hours. To my knowledge, there hasn't been any significant events. Janie, has there been anything that you've seen that's come up?
No, our deputies are being really good. They know about our construction and in our parks, so they're really trying to help us out and keep an eye on those areas. But no, there hasn't been anything.
Oh, and I did hear this. Forgive me, Mr. Attorney, this may be hearsay, but I did hear that somebody got written a ticket in Stone Canyon for fireworks.
I saw it
Really?
on Facebook.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
next
I saw that
door.
too.
I think, like I said, it's on Facebook. It's hearsay.
And
Not
it
gonna
wasn't
put
the
any
sheriff's.
facts
It wasn't the
into it.
sheriff's office. It was some weird agency. I can't.
Really?
Was it?
Okay.
I thought maybe it was someone doing a preventative, like, I'm gonna tell people I got a ticket so people won't be doing it. That's what I thought.
That's interesting.
I mean, I don't know, but
Huh.
it was like about 8:30 or something, and Paul goes, "Oh my God, someone got a ticket." We're not doing it, but like,
Interesting.
Of course, it did seem like a little bit quieter 4th of July this year.
It was, but the weather was
That's when the
terrible.
weather went nuts.
Yeah.
Well,
The weather was
Yeah.
made everybody, but it's just like any community, all of the rumors that have gone out about the tennis courts and we're taking away the tennis courts and all of this stuff. That's just how, neighborhood communications go. I will just say that was one of the big reasons that our board decided we are building offices and we're putting this office right here in this district. Our phone number has stayed the same. Call us. If you have a question, please come down here and talk to us. You know, don't ask your neighbor, you know, if you have a question, call us. We'll tell you, no, we're not taking out any tennis courts. We're not. We're gonna still have 2 courts.
And they will not get chip and sealed.
I bet we're getting chip and seal soon. They're doing it in Oak Brook, aren't they?
They finished. I think they did Average Road recently.
They've done some more cul-de-sacs. I saw some more cul-de-sacs in Stone Canyon on a walk that they've patched, they've upgraded the asphalt in most of them.
All right. Director Smith is not here. Do we have any communications that you're aware of, Ms. General Manager?
No, we've run them off several times.
We good
Mark
for
is really good about the ponds over there.
we good for the next newsletter or any other
Working on it right
communications?
now. I'll have it out by the end of the month. If y'all have any ideas or any topics you want me to cover, let me know. Mark's already sent me a draft and we'll flesh it out.
Awesome. Mr. Attorney, ongoing litigation. Can you give us an update?
Yes, Mr. President, directors. So as you're aware, the Third Court of Appeals ruled in favor of the district and the ongoing litigation with the Stewart Martinez family. The deadline for the defendants to request the Third Court to reconsider their decision was 15 days after June 12th or 11th, I believe. So that's come and gone. The 45-day deadline for them to appeal to the Texas Supreme Court is Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. So absent something happening in the next 96 hours, the case will be remanded per the Third Court's order back to the district court. And from there, we will continue where we start, or where we left off, I should say.
All right.
We have had some addresses sent to Fowler Law Firm, and I can happily report one of the issues has been resolved. One of them, well, we didn't send it to the law firm, but one of our residents, the house has now changed hands and it's being basically gutted and rebuilt.
Is that the one on Klamath Falls?
And I won't even go into the other one.
Part of that a dumpster situation in the driveway, or
Yeah, we have several houses that are undergoing construction right now, but that's the one on Klamath's second house over. There's been dumpsters, but they've got construction people in it now. We just did a water turn on for them. So they're doing some major work in that house.
all right. Next item, next meeting date, August 26th. Anyone have any issues with that?
We have a trip planned at the end of August. I'm not sure if we'll be here or not.
Okay, so Jessica's a maybe.
Maybe they're gonna go to Paris also.
Okay.
Had me
All right.
y'all, I wouldn't have come back.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We're set for August 26th, and that will also be our tax hearing date
Yes, sir.
inside the meeting. Okay.
Just real quickly, Mr. President, we figured out, Jenny and I, after 6 years working together now, we found that the Williamson County Sun is a newspaper of general circulation.
Hey.
So no more dealing with Austin American Statesman. They're very sticky administrative process, if you will, and billing process, and the fees for the Sun are much more reasonable. So for our public tax hearing, we're going to publish those there. The orders y'all adopted previous month, many of the parks rules, we're going to publish there. I got one of the editors on the phone. She literally answered the phone, which is just very refreshing. So,
where is it?
It's the Williamson County Sun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the newspaper. Yeah, so we've got a new resource there. So
They're
just
very
wanted to
nice
note, yeah,
people.
that should save literally a few $1,000s a year in publication cost.
That's great.
Janie knows
An
better than I do.
immeasurable cost and frustration.
Yes, yeah. So anyway, just wanted to share that with the board.
Fabulous.
Yes, sir.
That is welcome.
Quick question before we adjourn. Did I miss that we need to do we need to approve the rate hike or?
You already did.
No, I made a note in there on that.
Okay.
If you double check.
Okay.
Yeah, good to go.
Motion we adjourn.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to adjourn from Director Barnes, seconded by Director Horton. Before we do that, I'm going to ask if anyone has any, I'm going to table that just for a second and see if anyone has any future agenda items we need to add.
I-
No.
Jump the gun.
I know, I love it.
That's good. I hope to have some information. We do need to get some shade structures at 3 of our parks. We didn't really know how the equipment was gonna fit in. We did a bunch of
Yep.
tree trimming, but we do have 3 areas. We have plenty of money in our budget because we came in well under budget on our park equipment.
Is the plan to do those through buy board? So it'll
Do
be,
buy board through Warlex.
Okay,
We
so
are
then-
absolutely gonna use them again.
Okay.
I'm gonna meet with them and we're just gonna figure out how they can be
How to configure
standalone
it.
cells. We don't have to do any kind of retrofit on our equipment or anything. They can be standalone
Okay.
shades.
And you were figuring that hole where the sun is.
That's what I wanted
In the
to
summer?
wait until
Yeah.
summer got here. It's totally different in the spring. You
Yeah.
don't really need them much in the spring, but boy, come July you do.
A good engineer could tell you just where you need to point it and where you need to be positioned.
Well, I'm not an
Here.
engineer. Gosh,
Mr. Man.
Yeah,
that's what he is. Good, let's go over to the
Yeah.
park.
I think I know which book that's in too.
all right. Let's vote on that motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Huh?
Motion carries 4-0. The time is 7:02. This meeting is adjourned.
There's a formula for it.